Welcome to Dobby Repairs. I'm Dobby the Fixing Elf, and this is what's in my toolbox, the series where I show you the tools I use to repair cars and fix things. So let's find out what's in my toolbox today. And in this instalment, we have this AMTECH i9350, and it is a 20cm long ball joint separator, so quite a handy little tool to have. You see, a bit worn. I've got some photos in action. Quite a fairly decent tool. Like I said, it's 20cm long, so gives you a fair decent amount to hold on to while you're giving it a good tap with the hammer. And obviously this is the forks. There is a 30mm gap between here, so if your ball joint's bigger than that, it's not going to really help that. But I mean, I managed to use it on one that's slightly bigger and managed to get the ball joint to separate. And but quite well on obviously smaller ball joints, really easy. Just knock it in. The wedge pops your ball joint loose. So pretty handy. Obviously those who've watched the channel for a long time will remember the ball joint separator tool I use quite regularly. The one you use a socket on to pop the ball joints apart. I couldn't use that in this particular job where I got this one for because I just didn't have the room. They were very tight. And these ones are good for getting into the tighter ball joints basically, particularly in Audis. The footage I've got this in action is from an Audi. But yeah, it's fairly nice and fairly simple. Obviously, operation is really simple. All you do is put this under your ball joint, and then you give it a decent whack, not a tap like that. Incidentally, I picked up this part-side hammer the other day. I haven't actually had a chance to properly review it and put it to a test, but I just needed a hammer for this video, and I didn't want to go back outside and grab one, so I thought I'd show you this one. There will be a video coming on this soon. I have got some other part-side tools on the channel as well, so keep an eye out for that. Anyway, back to this tool now. It's pretty decent and really robust. Like I said, it's got a nice finish to it. Decent end. It does hold up to a fair amount of abuse. And like I said, it got a bit of damage. I think I showed you that earlier. I've just been cleaning back in so you can see again. A bit of damage from where it's chipped on stuff, and I've used it probably 20 times, 30 times, so it's holding up quite well. I'm quite surprised by this end because sometimes you have to really whack whack the hammer on the end of this to get the ball joints to separate. Some of them are really stuck in there. And of course, once you come out, they'll spin like buggery, so always remember to get your nut off as much as possible before you break it loose. Otherwise, in this case, you have to use mold grips. Luckily, we're only replacing the ball joints in this one, so it wasn't too vital to it. You do tear up the boots a lot. At least I do anyway. So if you have better luck than me, let me know. Yeah, so what else can I tell you about this lovely little tool? It's fairly nice, fairly comfortable, got a decent amount of weight to it. You don't want to drop this in your face. Don't ask me, I know, it does hurt. Yeah, very simple. As you can see, it's got a wedge shape, so you want to go ideally that way in. You can do it that way as well, but I find this side up isn't as effective as if you do it this way up. So you can get the ball joint in there and then just, like I said, whack it really hard. I'm actually doing a hammer now. But yeah, just whack it really hard and it'll push it down. And it doesn't take much once you get the front of this up. About normally right here, the ball joint's off. If you go all the way, it's a really stuck ball joint. And then you can just wiggle it out, get the nut off, and you're away. So I'll show you this photo of this in action now. And then we'll come back to give you my final thoughts. So here we are working on an Audi A3. And you can see it's the 3PA model, I believe. I'm just going to try and line the ball joint up. But as you can see, I thought this side would be a better angle and easier to get to, but because of the tie rod end there, it does block it out. It does block my angle, so you don't get quite the purchase I need. And I dropped the tool. So it wouldn't be a Dobby video out dropping a tool or two. And yeah, you can quickly get this in place. I'm going to try again, but obviously with the tie rod end there, I'm not going to get anywhere. So I'm going to have to change to the other side in just a moment. See, I'm not really making much progress. I'm going to switch around to the other side, and I will bring you guys around to see what I'm doing in a minute. Well, try to anyway. I got you slightly off center, but you can see the end of the tool. and me hitting it with a hammer. So there's the end of the tool. That's me hitting it with a hammer, and any moment you'll see the lower control arm drop down. It's just about now, I believe. There we go. Yeah, it pops down nice and easily. And now we've got to get the nut off, which is a whole other video, which you'll see when I release the video on this lower control arm. You see it's dropped down nicely, so we can actually separate it once we get the nut off. Now to my final thoughts on this lovely little AMTECH ball-joint separator. Obviously it's made by AMTECH. They do some really affordable tools. This one was around £7.50, so really cheap and really affordable. And for it's a very basic tool, you can't really go wrong. And yeah, works really quite well. Obviously, if you made it this far into the video, consider dropping a like. And if you have any questions, obviously ask them in the comments down below, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. Subscribe if you're new, that'd be great. Help the channel grow, and we can show you more different tools. We've got some more tools coming very soon, some more different tools. As well as some repair videos. I've got one in the works right now. Hopefully, as long as the week's not too busy, I'll get it fully edited up, and that'll be out hopefully the weekend for you guys, if you're watching this on the day it's released, which is the 5th of May? Yeah, 5th of May this will be out, so just after Bank Holiday weekend, this particular video. And yeah, so now moving on to the actual tool, final thoughts on this tool. I'm going to give this a 3 spanner rating. It's really useful, really good for doing its job. I mean, there are better versions of this out there. Just don't get some with slightly thinner ends, some with slightly longer handles, and a slightly longer handle would have been a benefit here, but I knew how long it was when I bought it. So yeah, overall, not a bad little tool. Definitely useful if you're doing any, like, if you need to change the control arms, or if you want to change out your spindles or your wheel hub assemblies and stuff like that. If you're doing wheel bearings on certain cars, you need to take the lower ball joint out to get the drive shaft out of the way. You might have seen that in some of my older videos, like, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, definitely well worth picking up for the price. And a huge thank you to my Fixing Club members, Mako, Rodney, Jason, Sebi and Mr. R. Thank you all for support, it really helps me on the channel out. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, don't forget to hit that like button, it really helps both the channel and me out. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I post 2 videos a week, so by subscribing you'll never miss a thing. Got any questions or suggestions? Drop a comment down below, and I'll do my best to reply to everyone. Here at Dobby Repairs, we're all about helping you learn how to work on your vehicle safely and showing you don't need to spend a fortune on tools to get the job done. Want to support the channel further? Become a member, starting at just 99p. Members get perks like early access to videos and more exclusive content. Keep fixing, and I'll see you in the next one.